Kennedy, yes.
Ah! Yes! I fucking called it, dude. Let's go. Let's go. That is New Hampshire through and through, man. That is so perfect, dude. It's so good. It's so fucking good, dude. Oh. Yes, baby.
A week on the water, sometimes more. It is grueling work, and it shapes his politics.
I'm Republican. They're more for the working man.
Fishing boats have filled this harbor for 400 years. It is a proud but struggling industry, a blue-collar craft where the workers feel ignored by the regulators who set the rules and by the politicians.
Oh my God. I can see I can see New Hampshire voters going nutty for Kennedy. They're such dumb libertarian babies, dude. Ooh. I can see this. I can absolutely see just the entirety of New Hampshire going to RFK Jr. You know what I mean? My favorite lib-coded libertarian state. It's the best.
Politicians who now want to line the coast with wind turbines.
That's going to complete.
I was born 1 mile from the shot. Surprising how you turned out. Okay. Same with even Ludwig too. Like there's a lot of my favorite people are from New Hampshire, which is shocking because New Hampshire as a state is so insane. It is an enigma. Okay. New Hampshire is the Florida of New England. It's cooked. Oh, 100%. Very odd place, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Completely destroy our fishing industry.
And so your political decisions are based on?
My livelihood?
Vibes.
The men we met along these docks are not climate deniers. The water is warmer, the storms wilder, the fish different. But they say the people deciding what to do about it don't ask those who live it every day.
I don't think.
Wait, what? Do they want to do something about climate change, or do they just like think that any kind of government intervention is bad though? Because that's I feel like important in this process.
I think a politician will ever understand what I do for work unless they come on the boat with me, and then maybe they'll understand.
Any of them ever offer to come on the boat?
No.
Distrust and
Owned. Okay, he said, did you offer them? No.
affection are easy to find here.
I mean, the middle class, the working class, fishermen, all of us, we are struggling in this economy.
Anger at traditional politicians drew Lucas Raymond to Donald Trump back in 2016. He sees a new insurgent in the 2024 presidential field.
I am extremely likely to vote for Robert Kennedy, yes.
Ah! Yes! I fucking called it, dude! Let's go! Let's go! That is New Hampshire through and through, man. That is so perfect, dude. It's so good. It's so fucking good, dude. Oh. Yes, baby. Oh. Hello. Kaya got up. She got excited, too. She's also voting for RFK Jr.
Why?
He is willing to state that we should not blindly trust corporations or our government. And I think he staunchly believes in caring for our environment.
Raymond says many Republican-leaning friends.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, RFK is the green guy in the field, okay? Yeah, RFK in like 2005, okay? RFK in like 2010, not RFK now. Have you heard a single fucking thing that he said? He literally says, oh, capitalism is actually capitalism is the only way to solve climate change problems. Of course, climate change is real, and the only way to do it is by cap and trade. It's like, okay, thanks, man. Yeah, definitely. That's so different than the rest of the Democratic Party. I will certainly be voting for you, sir. You seem to be running on some different shit. No, the only thing that's different with RFK is with respect to the rest of the Democratic Party is that he has in different times said openly anti-Semitic shit, while of course, ironically, simultaneously never stopping his support of Israel, which is hilarious. Okay, and then and COVID, anti-vaxxer, big anti-vaxxer guy. That's it. That's it. CNN voters be like, RFK is the only candidate willing to talk about the policies around fish catching in New Hampshire. Yeah. When you are the CIA, but you miss his head and hit his throat, but just leave it because it's funny. Yeah, they're like, we don't need to kill this guy, actually. It's fine. He's already, the damage is done.
Feel the same way.
My crewmate sent me his interview with Joe Rogan, and I started listening.
God damn it. God, how can I not cover this country? We are a joke nation, okay? We're not a serious nation. We are a joke nation, dog. That's it. It's like you got guys like this who are like, yeah, I fucking heard him on Joe Rogan. It seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders. And then the other side is like fucking petulant little libs who are like, you went on Joe Rogan as you're running for president, so I will not be voting for you, Bernie Sanders. You're so sexist.
To him.
I have to pee.
I found many things about him pretty impressive.
2 things to know about me. I love craft beer, and I obsess about political math.
There you go.
How choices like Raymond's could impact not only the primary, but also the vote here next November. Stanley Tremblay shares Raymond's disgust with politics as usual.
2016, Clinton, Trump.
I wanted neither. I didn't vote for either of them.
Vote third party?
Third party.
Gary Johnson, I assume. 2020, Biden, Trump.
Neither. Third party.
What are you going to do now? What if you get Biden, Trump again?
Probably not vote.
Tremblay's father was a Vietnam veteran. His brewery is in an old fire station, and signs of service are everywhere. He wants to believe, but he just can't right now.
We need to get the old out and bring new in and reinvigorate what hopefully is a better United States.
Tremblay would never vote Trump, so you could argue his sitting out the primary helps the former president. Pete Burdett's change of heart hurts Trump.
National security is the number one thing that any president would need to take precedence over everything else, because you don't have an economy if you don't have a country.
Burdett served 21 years in the Navy as a helicopter pilot and a flight instructor. Newcomer Trump won him over in 2016.
He was a pretty smart guy, and I had met him personally.
Yes! By the way, none of this shit matters. CNN is never going to actually like make legitimate assessments, okay? It's just like all that stuff is bullshit, for the record. Just want to point this out. Like, do not go to CNN for if you want to understand like how New Hampshire is going to fucking vote. This is the exact opposite of what you need to look at. Like, New Hampshire is unique, is fun. I will watch this, but I would rather trust the polling, and I can't believe I'm saying this, than CNN, who is just as interested as I am in like finding the nuttiest people. Okay, so they are gonna go and put a microphone in the most quirked up shouties of all time. And there are plenty of them in New Hampshire. So none of this is like actually prescient or important. If you look at this so far, your analysis is like, oh man, New Hampshire absolutely loves RFK Jr. He's definitely going to win. And then maybe they like Donald Trump.
But Burdett says Trump 2024 is not Trump 2016.
He's not.
Also, yes, classic libertarianism, backing the blue, but also simultaneously talking about a reduced state.
Not focusing on the issues going forward. He seems to be focusing on the issues of the past. I'm done with the past.
Nikki Haley is Burdett's choice this time. Still, signs of Trump's New Hampshire advantage are easy to find.
It's definitely very much pro-Donald Trump from what I see here on the grassroots, on the ground.
But Natalia Orlando adds a caveat worth keeping an eye on.
I personally don't think that he's as strong as he was in 2016. I have people who argue with me about that and tell me I'm wrong and get mad that I'm saying this, but I'm going to be honest and say, no, I don't see it.
Andrew Konchek agrees.
Then compared to now, same, different, less, more?
I think it'd be less now, because all the legal cases and it did impact him around here.
Like in 2016, though, Konchek sees Trump as the best catch in another crowded GOP field.
Donald Trump as of right now, but I'm going to keep it open so that I can make an educated decision. Trump would be first, DeSantis second, yes.
Konchak may have to catch the second GOP debate offshore on satellite TV, but fishing season will be on winter break when the primary is held early next year.
John King joins us now with his trusty sidekick, the CNN Magic Wall.
New Hampshire does nothing but have the second least important primary. Hello, how dare you say that? How dare you say that? These guys are making educated decisions, and they're educated enough to know that it's time to fucking go out and still vote for the Democrat, okay? New Hampshire and Iowa are two sides of the same coin. Yeah, New Hampshire is the blue side of the coin, and Iowa is the red side of the coin. Both of the sides of the coin are 90% white, though. Some of the whitest states in America, baby. Let's go.
So you hear New Hampshire voters, you hear Iowa voters, they're not always in lockstep. What does history tell us?
That's why this is so interesting, Anderson. This is the 2016 map. Remember, Donald Trump's first win and came in New Hampshire. You just heard the voters there saying he's got to.
Again, they're talking about the primaries, okay? They're talking about the primaries. Just remember that.
Pretty healthy lead there. They all believe that, even the voters who are not with him at the moment, right? Then Iowa, Ted
Not the
Cruz won
general.
it back in 2016. But Donald Trump, we were there just last month, the month before. Donald Trump's very strong there now. And yet these states are so different. How is Donald Trump ahead in these two states? Look at this. This is the 2016. Forgive me for turning my back.
Even though Trump did get close in 2016 and was not as close in 2020. So New Hampshire moved in the direction of Joe Brandon.
This is the 2016 primary and caucus electorate. Look how different. Iowa, 79% of the voters were Republicans. In New Hampshire, that's only 59% because only 20% in Iowa were independents. Look at that. More than 4 in 10 voters in the New Hampshire primary back in 2016 and likely again this time around are independents. Look at the difference ideologically.
I love that, dude. Yeah, they're the libertarians. That's why. That's why New Hampshire is Iowa, but on the blue direction. Whereas Iowa is New Hampshire in the red direction, where that's it.
40% of the Iowa voters in 2016, very conservative. New Hampshire, only 26%. Evangelical Christians, really easy to find in Iowa. And guess what? Of the electorate in the caucuses last time, more than 6 in 10. Hard to find in New Hampshire, only a quarter. And yet, as of today, look how different these two states electorate, right? Very different electorate, very different in terms of their ideology. And yet Donald Trump's way ahead.
Wait, what? No, wait, what? They are not a very different electorate at all, dude. What are you talking about? What? Here's why they're not very different, okay? New Hampshire is 89.6% white, okay? Iowa, on the other hand, where is it? 89.8% white. That's it. They're both 90% white. They're not different at all. It's just different kinds of white people. New Hampshire's the third whitest, usually behind Vermont and Maine. He means different, like you said. One libs, one conservative. I mean, not necessarily. Fuck, I forgot. See, wait, New Hampshire has become more red since 2016. It's so much more libertarian. You're wrong. New Hampshire in the 2020 election was actually more blue than the 2016 election. Okay, you're wrong on that front. However, if you were to say New Hampshire has gotten much more red since the 2020 election, then you wouldn't necessarily be wrong. New Hampshire, as far as I understand, much like Iowa, is becoming more red due to like all the fucking psychotic culture war shit becoming ever present and way more prescient, way more important. Pretty sure Maggie Hassan bodied her Republican opponent in the Senate. Yeah, Maggie Hassan is not a great. I mean, Maggie Hassan is another one of those like basically Republican, Democrat in name only dinos. New Hampshire just voted for PragerU in schools. Shut the fuck up. Is New Hampshire the first blue state in America to vote for PragerU in their schools? I love that. Oh, that's so New Hampshire. That's so perfect. Stop. Is that real? Chad, is this real? Hold on. Let me look. No fucking shot. Conservative group PragerU wins approval to offer online course in New Hampshire. Okay. It's not the same. It's not the same. The other ones are like directly in the Board of Education. Like, this is simply like additional credit or whatever. Florida and Oklahoma are the two states where like PragerU will be taught in schools. This is still hilarious and pretty bad. New Hampshire is far from blue. What the fuck? It's only blue in cities just like Vermont. It's still an L. New Hampshire GOP is trying to include it in curriculums too. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. That's so sick. In August, the Prager University Foundation, a right-wing media organization that describes itself as the world's leading conservative nonprofit that's focused on changing minds, was designated as an official vendor by the Florida Department of Education and approved for use in the classrooms. The move alarmed many parents and educators, given that PragerU, founded by radio host Dennis Prager, is an accredited non-academic institution dedicated to promoting conservative social and political views many feel are ahistorical and anti-scientific. Many feel is what you have to say when you are writing for an outlet, but that is the truth. I'll say it. Even if Nikki Ramirez can't, I will tell you that it's not just that many feel that way, it is the truth. The group is now looking to repeat its triumph in Florida across the country. On Thursday, the New Hampshire Board of Education voted unanimously approve an online PragerU cash course for use in the state's remote Learn Everywhere program. Students who take the course, which consists of 15 5-minute videos, will be able to earn graduation credit towards the state's financial literacy education requirement. Fucking sick.
Opportunity.
Yes! Oh, that's so... I love that, man. Fuck it. YOLO. Whatever. Fuck it. What are you going to do? You don't obviously fucked in a word cloud, but this Pew Research poll on Americans' views of the U.S. political system is sobering. I feel like maybe the reason why so many right-wing charlatans are now moving in the direction of like making their own colleges is because they saw blood in the water and they saw that these Republican boards of education will like absolutely allow like courses from like right-wing unaccredited institutions. So that's the reason why they are. That's the reason why they're like trying to make money off of that when the going's good. Peterson Academy, Barry Weiss, plenty such examples, many such examples. Oh, fuck.
In both states, which makes him the faraway frontrunner. Not impossible to beat, but very, very hard to beat.
Did you get a grasp on the level of excitement that exists for Trump in New Hampshire this time?
If you listen, what was interesting is there's no question Trump has a lead. And everybody, again, even people in our forum think it's a pretty sizable lead. But it was so interesting. The biggest takeaway for me, was the disillusionment across the board, which is why some Republicans are going even to Robert F. Kennedy Jr. But among Trump voters, so many of them, Anderson said, I'm with him now, but it's not like 2015. It's not as exciting as early 2016. And some of them said, as we get closer to the primary, they haven't set the date yet, but it'll be probably in January, that if DeSantis, they most mentioned DeSantis, but if somebody else was surging, maybe they'd reconsider. So Trump has a big lead now. Make no mistake about that. Take nothing I say to make you.
Why are they not talking about my big, beautiful, rotund boy, Chris Christie, who will inevitably win New Hampshire? Chris Christie is dumping all of his resources into winning New Hampshire. I don't get it. I don't get why they're not talking about the Chris Christie landslide that will come from New Hampshire.
You think Trump's not way ahead, but you do sense some vulnerabilities. The question is, in a crowded field, can anybody take advantage of it? We have lived that before.
John, Stanley's liquid therapy bar looked like a lot of fun. How was the craft beer?
It was awesome, Anderson, to come along on the next trip.
I would
but,
like
you know,
to.
I'm laughing about it, but Stanley Tremblay is actually really fascinating to me as someone who's done this. This is my 10th presidential campaign. Dad, Vietnam veteran, cares about his community, votes in local elections, has the local officials into his pub, won't vote in national politics because he's disgusted. That's a problem.
Oh,
If you
disgusted. I love videos like what are the American voters thinking? Like, let's get into their minds a little bit. I love videos like that.